Hello and welcome to another episode of Barbie Does Dating. I am your host, Miss Barbie Berg, and I'm back in town, and I'm so happy to be here. We also have in town Steve Solberg.
Hey, how you doing?
I am so happy Steve's in town. It's so rare that we get to be in the same state at the same time.
Yeah.
And Kristin Sokol, dating coach to the stars. Oh no, you have a new title.
Do you remember what it is?
Instructional Matchmaker.
That's it.
I like
Nice.
it. I
Trying
like
that
it.
on still? You like it?
I like it.
I feel like I have two clients right now that are engaged to each other.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How did they
Wait.
meet? Did you set them
I
up?
set them up
Oh,
because I'm a matchmaker.
I love this.
So I decided to, and this is the thing that I do. I would say it's not the main thing that
Sure.
I do. The instruction is the main thing
Yeah.
that I do, but I match people all the time, so I'm embracing it.
I love it. Because honestly, in my opinion, the vast majority of us would love to have someone that we love and trust say, I have someone I think you might like.
Yeah.
I know that it used to be very taboo to I don't want to do a blind date. But I feel like now I'm maybe just because I'm this person's already kind of vetted them. It's not hey, I met this homeless person on the corner and I thought you'd like to go on a date with them, so I gave him your number. It's not that situation.
Yeah. Well, I feel. Did you watch the Matchmaker movie with Dakota Johnson? That came out?
No,
What's it called? Do you remember what it's
Meh.
called? It wasn't especially matchmaker.
No.
Anyway, I can't remember the title, but no spoilers. But here, this is a spoiler.
Yeah.
So there's an assault in that movie.
Okay.
Where one of the matchmakers fixes up one of her beloved clients with
Yeah.
somebody, and there ends up being an assault. And
Oh.
so anyway, that's tricky, and I only will match people with somebody that I know really well.
Exactly.
No assaults.
I mean, anything can happen. There's no
Yeah.
guarantees
Of course.
in life with anything, but a lot of matchmaking is recruiting, and most matchmakers have really solid vetting processes, and they run their people through background checks, and people should feel really comfortable. But I am more comfortable with the instruction and then turning you out with better skills and with more competence and more confidence to pick your own matches.
Yeah.
Or teaching you how to activate your own referral network where, we only know each other as well as we know each other. But, some of these other matches that I fix up, I know them really well. I have a lot of trust and faith in that they'll be careful with my clients. So anyway,
and
I do matchmaking and I love doing it.
I would love to see you do speed dating with people that you personally choose.
Yes,
and
great. So, not too long ago, here at the Edison House, where we are recording,
yes.
we had a speed dating event. Singles Mingle did a speed dating event.
What room did you guys record in?
It's the Speakeasy.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It was so swanky.
Love it.
And the thing about speed dating is you kind of have to curate the group, right? You
Yes.
have to put members of a similar tribe together in the room and let them meet each other. If you just let the general population sign up, then people walk away thinking, man, there were a lot of people that I had zero interest in.
Yep.
Right? So, embracing this part of my job description as the matchmaker, I don't know if I've even told you this. You ready for some exciting breaking news?
Tell me.
I'm going to sign on with a matchmaking software customer relationship management
Love.
stuff, which will allow everybody in my network, even just listeners of this podcast, you've never worked with me, you've never considered hiring me, but you can create a profile in this software that I'm going to be signing on to really soon. And that's where I can curate events where it will be an invitation. You can come or not come, but if you get the invitation and you want to come, we hope you will.
I love this.
Yeah, so we can do not only speed dating, but I can curate a group of bingo players.
I love that.
Of the similar tribe, and we can mix and mingle and play bingo.
For
and how
real.
fun would that be?
I think that would be a
Right?
blast.
Or a dinner group.
I love it.
We're all going to have Steve do a comedy show for us. And
Yes.
we're going to put some like-minded people together.
Puppets.
I mean,
People who
puppets are a
love
must.
puppets.
Yeah, puppeteers.
Puppeteers.
The tribe,
A group of
the
puppeteers.
market segment will be puppeteers.
Puppeteers.
Who else could be invited to that?
People who
Ooh, people who are into reptiles.
Yeah,
Reptiles.
Definitely.
There are people like that.
Yes.
Like a bearded dragon haver.
Love it.
Is that what you call it? Dragon haver?
A
Yeah.
dragon haver. I am a dragon haver.
My little brother has a bearded dragon.
Does he
He's a
really?
dragon haver?
Mhm. He has a dragon.
One of our neighbors have one.
They love to. His kids are always like, "Look at his face. He loves it." His face never changes. He's a lizard. They're like, "Look at him. He's smiling."
I have,
Looks just like you did before.
I don't think this is a bearded dragon, but somebody, like there's a Instagram reel that I saw. They were up on a ladder holding their iguana or bearded dragon or whatever it was, and there was a spider on the ceiling.
Oh,
And
this
the
is
dragon or the reptile or whatever it was,
Got it.
his tongue went out like a yard
Holy crap.
and got the spider, and spider was taken care of.
That's amazing.
Awesome. One of the
Yeah.
chameleons, they seem to have that
Yeah.
really dark tongue.
Yeah,
situation.
maybe it was. I don't know.
They
my
got those
reptiles.
weird eyes that are like
That like look
look
around.
both ways.
But whoa, here we are on reptiles, and what we
Reptile.
started with was matchmaking software.
Matchmaking
Is that
software.
what you were on the news for? You were on the news right before this.
So today I was on Fox 13, The Place, and I was not on for this. What was I on for? Oh, we talked today, and I did an Instagram reel about this a couple weeks ago, about like we go on a date, and you really liked the person, and they didn't call you back. And then your
okay.
friend says, "How was your date?" And you say, "He didn't call me back, but it's fine."
Yeah.
Right? So the segment was like how to deal with or how to really categorize things that are actually not fine. They're disappointing. Because there's a difference between something that's fine and something that's
Disappointing.
actually disappointing.
And not fine.
And not fine. But we're going to survive.
But we
It's not
always
gonna-
say it's fine.
it's not going to kill us. We can handle it.
Yeah.
But it was not necessarily fine. It was disappointing, but
Yeah.
we can handle it. And so I did this segment today. They invited me in to talk about that. So we talked about that. Do you have any questions?
Like, how do you say, like, it's like when people go, "How's it going?" And it might not be going great,
Yeah.
but you say, "Good."
Yeah, it's
Well,
great.
And there's good reasons why we say we're fine. Like we're trying to get this moment to pass without too much attention on ourselves, especially if we're dealing with
Sure.
something that's
Exactly.
not awesome, or we don't want to escalate something. But there's a place where we can say, "I was kind of disappointed, but I'm okay. I'll be better tomorrow."
And that
Right, where you
place
can
is
We're
Middle Earth?
Yeah, Middle Earth. That's where we can say that.
Narnia.
So anyway, that's what I want. That's what I hope people took away from that. Like the problem with saying you're fine when you're not is you like start compressing down all these disappointments. And then the next time you approach a date, you have this compressed frustration and you think, I don't want to do that. Because every time I get frustrated or disappointed, where if you would say, it didn't work out and I really hoped it would and kind of sucks today.
Yeah.
But tomorrow I'll be over it.
Yeah.
Like if we can process it in the
Can
moment.
you say that to somebody, to like a stranger who asks?
I mean, maybe you wouldn't necessarily
that
say
much.
that to a stranger, but if you come home and your sibling or your roommate or your best
Dog.
friend or your mom says,
Bearded dragon.
"How did it go?" or your bearded dragon says,
Yep.
"How did it go?" It's tempting to say it's fine, but to them you could say, "It didn't work out, and I'm
bummed."
processing I'm bummed.
Yeah.
I'm bummed." And then they can say, "Oh, you deserve better. Here's a hug."
Yeah.
And we calm the emotional center of the brain, and when the emotional center of the brain is calm, then we activate the resiliency that we have in us to like kind of sweep away some of the harshness, and then we can reset.
Yeah.
Right. So the next time we approach it, we know even if some disappointment happens related to this, I'll process it.
Yeah.
And I will move on. But we start to avoid when we don't ever process those things.
So I have a side thought about that.
Yeah.
As we all know, Barbie's on TikTok a lot. Still love it. Don't
Yes.
care. Judge me all you want. One of the things I've noticed when I see women talking about dating is a lot of negativity towards a guy when he is being honest in communication. So like there was this one girl, very attractive girl, and she talked about, she was like, I'd been on like 3 dates with this guy. I was really excited. he texted me that night and was like, hey, I need to be honest. I don't see this going anywhere. I think we're on different paths, but you've really been fantastic, da 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 da. And so she was basically just bad-mouthing him online and just like, can you believe he did that? Like, what a jerk. And all the girls were like, he's such a jerk. And the comments, the men were like, so what
did you want him to do?
What could he have said that would have been a not jerk? And the truth is, nothing. She wants him to be a jerk because he wasn't interested. Period, point blank, the end.
Sure.
There's literally nothing he could have said.
Right.
And a lot of guys were commenting, and this is why we aren't vulnerable. And this is why we don't open up.
And this is why we ghost.
That's right. And this is why we ghost. Because if we communicate and tell you the truth, I'm not seeing it going anywhere, I didn't want to lead you on, you're this evil bad guy. And it really has upset me because I see it a lot. Like, I don't like, yes, there's bad guys out there, but guess what? There's also crazy women out there. And I'm like, I don't like this online culture of men are such idiots. Men are horrible. There's awful people out there, but to be honest, the majority of the guys I meet are good guys. Like, that really, truly want to be like, they want to be in a relationship. They want to have someone that they love and that they care about. And this is like not a religious thing. It's all over the place. So like, sorry, did either of you have thoughts? I'm very chatty.
No, I'm like, I like where this is going.
I warned Steve. He picked me up from the airport Tuesday night. I got in at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, just a warning, I am very chatty. And I realized on my date with Sparkle Pants, I was so chatty on that date. I could not stop talking. And finally I was like, I am so sorry. I have only had my stepmom and a cat to talk to for 2.5 weeks. And I have realized that I need people. So I'm very chatty right now. So feel free.
If you don't know who Sparkle Pants is, listen to episode 114.
Yes.
We address it there.
We address Sparkle Pants. I am actually Sparkle Pants, but the date was with a guy. He did not have the Sparkle Pants. I did. So, there was another train of thought that I had, and it was really good.
You're talking about...
So it was talking
most
about...
men want good things.
They do. They want good things. The vast majority of men are good men. I do not like us categorizing everybody as being creepy or weird or this. So there was another girl that was online talking about, when I go to bars, men never approach me anymore. And all the women, nobody ever approaches me anymore. Yeah. Never, never, never. And every guy commented, you guys told us to stop approaching you. You guys told us, did you hear the whole thing about like, in the woods, would you rather be stuck with a man or a bear? And most women said a bear.
Oh boy.
And because they're like...
Did you see that?
No.
It was a huge thing. Did you see it?
Yeah.
And the reasons women had were valid reasons. Like, if a bear is going to kill you, he's just going to kill you. He's not going to sexually assault you and tell your friends that you're sluts and do all these horrible, horrible things. He's just going to kill you, where men will do all these other things. And so it was this whole, would you choose the bear or the man? So with this lady saying nobody wants to approach us, and somebody said, well, you said you wanted the bear, so why would you want the man? And I'm like, this is all valid. It's all valid. Where women are scared and uncomfortable, that's valid. But we cannot be lumping every guy into this. It's not fair, and it's not accurate. It's not accurate at all. And I know Steve is like kind of an anomaly, like, because we were talking about something once and he was like, I would never even think about doing that. And I'm like, you are very much an anomaly. Most guys would think about this.
I don't even know.
I don't even remember what it was.
It's because I don't think.
You don't. He just acts as a good person. But so like things like that just really bother me, because it's like, it was the perfect example of, well, why don't guys approach me anymore? Well, because no matter what I do, you could blast me as a creep. You could blast me as this. Like, you could share on a TikTok that goes super viral, these weird things that I did that weren't actually weird. Like, it's not fair. I don't know why I decided to get on my soapbox, yay for men, but yay for men. I love men.
I saw a Instagram reel yesterday, and it was this guy with it was interesting because he had a very football coach approach with a lilting voice. I'd never heard that before. He was like, we gotta get our lots of swearing. Yeah, lots of swearing. And lots of like, but in this very like, that's your voice. And his point was, he goes, women don't need a man to provide for them anymore. They don't need a man for this. They don't need a man for that. They don't. And so the only way that you can show up for women in a relationship now is by, being emotionally available.
Yes.
And it's neither here nor there. I actually think the argument of women don't need men is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And anybody who starts it by that, I'm like, you already lost me, but keep going, fairy football coach. But I think he had a good point, but at the same time, but yeah, it did turn me off because I was like, no, you're pretending that there's like the way that you're speaking about men is very reductive, and I know that you're trying to motivate men here, but I don't like it.
It's very demotivating.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's very, I mean, we can't put that label on all men. Because Steve's a man and he doesn't deserve any of these labels.
Not a bit.
And every one of us is a nuanced individual.
Sure.
And there's, different strokes for different folks. There are all kinds of men that would do fit that mold. But it's the one-on-one. We're not dating all men at once.
True.
We're not dating categories. We're dating individuals.
Yeah.
I do think that one of the popular memes right now that is kind of funny too is the concept of women wanting men to be men, though.
Yeah.
And so, like, in terms of, like, where they were like, men shouldn't see in color or whatever.
Are you talking about Becca Moore?
Yeah, did you guys share that to some group one time?
Open up whatever and
Insta?
type in Becca Moore. And I'm sure she's on every single
She was
thing.
like, men shouldn't
she has this
jump down from things and stuff like that.
One of the regular things that
Oh, yes, you did share that. Men should never have access to vowels.
Play it.
Doors.
Play it.
Hang on.
Her delivery is so
it's
good.
pretty silly.
Men should never have access to. Number 1 is vowels. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Number 2 is doors. You'll be fine. Number 3 is sounds. That's not for you. Number 4 is ceiling.
This is literally how it is. Like, it doesn't...
Play another one of her things.
Okay, hang on.
She's got some really good ones.
So I just found out someone already applied.
Hey, I have to find one. Things men should...
Things I think men should be able to have. Number 1 is spiders. Yes, those can be your pets or your friends. Number 2 is gravel. That's fine. Number 3 is Labor Day. But you still have to work on that day. But that's a holiday that I chose for you. Number 4 is pain. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, like, it's a joke, totally, but
Yeah.
I do think there is, I think
It's coming from somewhere.
part of it is coming from somewhere where it's like, we do want men to be kind of these tough,
masculine
individuals
who
that
are always
like,
emotionally there.
but also
yes.
we want them to always be emotionally there because according to this gay football coach, like that's how we're supposed to be. And it was interesting to read the comments because I was like, I think I'm the only man who's seen this. Like, and it was clear that he's like trying to talk to men, but it was
only going to the women.
That whole phrase where we say through the feminine gaze or through the masculine gaze, like he was speaking to men through the feminine gaze or whatever, and that the algorithm took it to only women. Why did I see it?
Oh.
Well,
Did I send you something weird and then it came up?
I know why now.
Because you live
it
with
was like,
women?
It was one of my friends who reposted it, and I was, I feel like I'm admitting that I was stalking somebody here, but I was.
But I was.
So I was like, oh, what are they into? And I was like, oh. Okay.
Well,
This guy's a bummer.
What's interesting is the over-categorization and the reduction that we do in forums like this.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have been watching my life lately, but my brother was on Mount Everest during that it was like a record-breaking snowstorm. Like
Yeah.
it snowed more in 24 hours than it ever has anywhere on Earth ever.
Wow.
And my brother was a part of it on Mount Everest in Nepal. And
Jeez.
it was supposed to be just a trek to base camp, which, it's grueling, but people
Yeah.
do it all the time.
Because you did base camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be dangerous,
No.
but it snowed like 5 feet.
I recommended it for my parents, but they were like, we are in our older years.
I bet they'd kill it, though.
I was like, you could do it.
So anyway, this really interesting thing was happening to some local people, and NBC News was reporting on, like, my brother was on NBC News like several times while they were making their way down, because they still had internet. You have internet, but they didn't have hot showers.
Some
They didn't
areas
have.
you do.
They didn't have food. They didn't have the tea houses that you stay in. The roofs were collapsing.
Oh, wow.
And so it was a pretty dire situation. And they were not prepared for winter blizzard temperatures.
No.
I mean, they had long sleeves and such, but they were not prepared for any of this. Anyway, so then, local channels pick it up. And the comments. Like, this is a very interesting thing that these people are not off the mountain, and people are like, must be nice to have so much money to go to Nepal.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Like, every single comment was
Right.
so negative.
There's a lot
And
of assumptions.
the topic was actually very interesting and unusual, and one would think that they would say, oh, pray they get down, but everything skews negative in these forums.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to know, is we reduce people to their lowest form of intelligence when we're talking about large categories like that.
People love to harsh on Everest, especially. Also, I didn't mean to say gay football coach, like it was a bad thing.
Oh.
If you are a homosexual football coach, you're probably the best coach.
Yeah.
Cam from Modern Family.
Yes.
He was the best.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Wait,
true.
I didn't
Oh my
know you
gosh.
went to Nepal.
Yeah. People, I love mountaineering and that type of
tell
stuff.
us
I've never
more.
done,
Was it last year you went?
I've done some big mountains.
When did you do this adventure?
I did it.
I feel like you should put on a fireside about
It
it.
would have been in like, it'll be 2 years.
2 years.
In, I left on Halloween night, I believe.
He has amazing photos.
It's
Oh,
gorgeous.
Beautiful photos.
My brother's photos are incredible.
Yeah.
And then until the whiteout came.
And then, ugh.
But it was really beautiful after the blizzard too. It took him several days.
There is.
How did the altitude hit you?
I did fine, but
Really?
I had done some training at altitude. I went running. Well, I had a gig that was up at that Bryan Head Ski Resort, which is pretty high.
Yeah.
I think you get up to around 10,000. There's like a pizza place at like 9,000.
Oh,
feet.
really? Okay. So
And
you hung
I
out.
went running up there and stuff like that. And, you can do different things to get your body ready. But I think one of the things about Everest that hopefully relates to dating, I think, is that it is very popular to assume that you know everything about that particular culture. And people love to just like assume that it's only the uber wealthy who are up there.
Right.
And I met people on the trail who go every year who are, they're like living out of a truck
Yeah. Dirt poor.
because they don't have a lot of money, but
this is their priority.
This is what they
it's
love.
what's important to
Yeah.
them. And it purifies their soul, they feel. And then additionally, I mean, the idea of taking everybody out of there, because they're like, no one should climb it anymore. It's like, well, you would kill, I mean,
there are a
not
lot of
kill,
people
but
who
you
depend
would
on this.
kind of kill. They would still survive, but they'd have to move.
Right.
There's all the little tea houses and places all along the trail up to Everest, and they survive by that. And if you don't have climbers, if you don't have trekkers, those villages are gone.
Yeah.
And they're gorgeous places.
Yeah.
Namche Bazaar is huge. It's a city. But the only way you get anything into Namche is either foot or
It's
helicopter.
carried. Yes.
And they do have a lot of helicopter stuff that comes in. They have probably 3 or 4 helicopter deliveries every day. But the majority of everything is carried on
carried
foot.
in. Yeah.
And if it's not,
Remarkable.
that's money for the travelers. That's money for the people who are hiking. And I'm trying to think how this has to do with dating, but
It's a thing a lot of single people do. How about that?
It's
It is.
Trekking adventures.
Oh, it's an awesome.
Absolutely.
awesome way to meet people.
I have been doing this kind of work for 20 years, and I have seen the trends of what people do at what ages and what ages they do it. Mm-hmm. So do you want to hear some of the places that they go?
Yes, please.
You're going to go to Croatia when you're 36.
Okay.
I think I did.
Did you? I would not be surprised.
Is that when you went to Croatia?
No, I was a little older, but you know what? Probably maybe just my age of my body.
Mm-hmm. What do they call that?
Telomeres.
Your
my telomere
emotional
age was 36.
You're going to go to Vietnam when you're 34.
Okay.
Oh,
You're going to go to
I switched that. Yeah.
You're going to go to Machu Picchu when you're 32.
I haven't done the Machu Picchu.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, go to the
the
beach.
Machu. They got to go to the beach.
The beach.
No one's ever called it that.
But it's funny. These adventures that people go on, I mean, they're stirring, and it's a great way for you to meet people that are outside your typical circle.
Yeah.
It's a great thing for you to invest in this experience and prepare for an experience like this. I highly recommend doing some sort of, and it doesn't have to be.
What age do you go to Petra?
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think I've only known 2 clients that have ever been to Petra, and both were
Guys or
living
girls?
sort of girls. Both were living sort of an anomaly type life.
How old were you?
Probably.
Have you been to
I was probably
Petra?
like
Yeah.
36.
Sunny Sokol wants to go to Petra so bad she can't even see straight. She
right.
She found
She
out
should.
about it on like Nova when she was like on Channel 7, like PBS.
Yeah.
Does Nova. Anyway, Alyssa and Sunny are big Nova fans.
Yeah.
So they've known about these things for too long.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna make it though. She's in her 30s.
You gotta do a
But I don't
couple
know.
days
You
there.
can't go to Petra right now.
Can you?
I mean, it's in Jordan.
I feel like you can.
You could. You would just go fly directly to Jordan
Yeah.
and then drive down.
Yeah. Totally random thought.
Yeah.
Have we talked about, I can't remember if we talked about this, Riley from Provo's Most Eligible. It went super viral about 6 weeks ago.
Is she the redhead?
She's the redhead. So it's this BYU dating show. He did a show, the host did a show like 6 years ago on YouTube. It was hilarious. It was like another Provo's Most Eligible kind of thing, like a Bachelor, but for BYU students. So it went super viral because the very first clip, so when you see it, you think the men can see her. Like the girl gets up to introduce herself for this dating thing, but in truth, they can't see her.
Right. It looks like a stadium situation.
Yes, and it's not. She's behind a curtain. They can't see, but she's the very first person. So there's probably, 20 guys, 20 girls?
Yes.
And she gets up to introduce herself. She's quirky. She's darling. She's fun. And she's talking about so what it's supposed to be is that she's going to talk about herself, and then every guy on the other side of the curtain that's interested in her, raises their hand or whatever, and then they can kind of set them up. So she's talking about herself, she loves theme parties, she loves hiking, she loves traveling, stuff like that. Nothing was outlandish, nothing was abnormal. She didn't come off as weird. Not one guy.
Yeah.
And I do think a lot of it was the first girl to go up. Guys, I don't know if it was you pick one and that's it. And so I don't know if they were because it was the very first person. But let me tell you, the comments on one of the sites that I saw it on were men. And so women very much categorize men in these big, not big group things, but men also do the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was very weird. The things that they focused on, they were oh, she says she likes to travel and she's 21. That means that she's going on.
Rich or something.
No, they're that she's going on yachts with these playboys in Europe and she has to do sexual favors to get going on.
What?
It was the most bizarre leap.
That's a big leap.
But multiple guys. Oh, if she says she loves to travel, that means she's a party girl. If she says she loves to travel and she's this age, she only wants to go over there and have sex with as many guys as she can. And I'm sitting here, our social media manager, Elise, knows her. She's from Texas.
Oh, really?
Knows this sweet little Mormon girl.
No, she was not painting that picture.
Who
at
it's
all.
where are you guys jumping to? This girl just wants to go to Europe and have sex with as many men as she can and go on yachts. Like, this is a girl that I don't even know if she's kissed a guy before. Like, she is sweet and innocent.
But they don't know our culture.
They don't.
And that's the thing. Everybody assumes they know. Like, I guarantee.
So these are people outside of the culture who are making these comments.
But they didn't even make it clear in the clip that she was LDS. So it wasn't even
and that's fine.
But, and like, she's a cute girl. She's not a hot, drop-dead, gorgeous girl. Like, with the hair and she's not very typical Utah Valley with the hair extensions.
Oh, she totally
and the hair.
could be, but she wasn't putting that effort in.
No, because she's like, I am a natural girl,
who she is.
which I love.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why guys jumped to this crazy.
Oh, they just didn't have enough context to know what.
But not even that. Why would you assume that's what anyone's doing?
Yeah.
Well,
she was dressed completely modestly. She wasn't showing boobs.
She was conservative.
So it's like, why does your brain, and I couldn't believe it, because if it was just one or two, tens, hundreds of
That's
comments.
the internet, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
this
the
is
internet.
the internet. It's a bummer, though, because it's like, that's where, like, I heard about, like, BYU and not to get gross, but, like, soaking and stuff like that, way before from people who are not in the church, before anybody ever in the church would have ever said anything
Me too.
remotely like it. And it's like, they're all like, this is how they behave down there. It's like, well, no. But it is how the internet behaves.
Yes.
It's the raciest thing that's ever happened, and that's what the internet picks up on.
It was,
and I don't
that
even
whole
know
thing
that
But
was
do you
ever
want
bizarre.
me to give you some comments about
Yes, please.
Riley?
Yes.
And what went awry, why nobody raised their hands?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, because we can extrapolate this.
I have theories.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
I would love to hear your theories. Why don't you go first?
I mean, some of it is because these are college students, right?
Yeah.
And so all my traveling happened after college. Like, I could
Not
not
relatable.
I could barely afford to go out to Denny's, you know,
Yeah.
in college. And so it's like, to the thought of somebody saying, I'm traveling here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I mean, I don't think she's crazy rich. I think she's actually just financially savvy.
Yeah.
And probably knows. But I was always so broke in college that it was like, okay, how can I maximize my dollar here? I want to be able to pay for college. I mean, running was a must. It wasn't like, I want to run because I love to run. It was like, I want to run because that's how I can pay for college.
yeah, I'm keeping that scholarship.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So it was like, I think that's, to me, if somebody went like that, I'd be like, oh, that's awesome.
She's out of my league.
That's not my league.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for
I
that.
am not in that position right now.
Yeah, and I wonder if some of those guys were like that.
Oh, that's
That
interesting.
being said, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't think you're far from. I mean, that's kind of where I was thinking too. So first of all, she was the first one up,
Yep.
and she was thrilled to be the first one up,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a little too eager. It was a
Oh.
little too eager,
Okay.
and sometimes when we're too eager, it comes across as desperate,
Yeah.
which is not sexy,
Yeah.
right? So instead of being
Don't have to tell me twice.
mysterious, instead of being mysterious and intriguing, it was a little anxious and eager,
Okay.
right?
That's interesting.
So, and that's a note to self.
Yes.
The other thing is she talked about the themed parties. How many guys that she's interested in are going to be super jazzed about themed dress up?
That's true.
parties?
Yeah.
Men that she's interested in dating are not. That's the thing that girls like to do.
Oh, yeah.
Or the
Did
guys
she
that
mention
are
quilting or something?
She might have. I mean, but that's the theme. Like,
Yeah.
there's just not a lot of
Yeah.
for guys to like sink their teeth into.
sure.
So, to her credit, she started talking about like activities that men like to do, but it almost went too far to the other side, where now she's pitching herself as a bro.
Okay.
It's also not a girlfriend. That's not a girlfriend move to do. Or
Okay.
if, as you watch some of these other girls who were like, I'm really into shopping and I like going to lunch.
Yeah.
And that's what, and I honestly, even as I was watching that, I was like, oh, these guys are not going to like that. And then they all raised their hands. Right? So we really want to, and Riley really needed to pitch herself as a girlfriend that they could picture.
Yeah.
Right? That somebody that might look awesome standing next to them.
Yeah.
And would raise their star.
Yeah.
Right? Raise their stock price. But none of the things that she said really hit that on the head, even though they should have.
Mm-mm.
Except for the themed parties. But the ambiance of what she did was not girlfriend.
Not girlfriend.
It was,
That's interesting. I think that's very interesting
and it was platonic. Everything that she said said she's probably fun, but in a platonic way.
In a platonic
I'm not sure
way.
I want to make out with that.
Yeah.
But the girl that's going to the mall, you probably do want to make out. I mean, you probably do want to make out with.
Yeah. Because also a lot of girls that want to go to the mall and want to do brunch and stuff, they're hot.
They're hot.
Yeah. So it's like, well, that's a good sign for you.
It is.
It's interesting.
A lot of those mall girls are not talking about having themed dress-up parties.
You know, but I know girls like Riley who they were sad because guys didn't really ask them out, blah, 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 blah. Like, they really didn't date. They didn't do anything like that. But when they found their person who loved everything about them. So so it's like, you don't need to change yourself, definitely.
No.
But
Riley's person was not there in the group.
Yes.
And that's why she didn't find him.
Correct.
Could there be something said too, just for vocal quality?
Yes.
The way her voice sounded.
Yes.
Was what? A little shrill?
No.
I'm trying to remember it, but there's a way that, like,
she came off
there's
as kind of
voices
awkward.
that you're like, that's an attractive voice.
Yes.
And then there's
Awkward
voices
and
that-
eager.
Awkward and eager. The word autistic is not what I'm looking for, but a unique, kind of quirky girl.
Quirky.
Very quirky.
Yeah.
But I don't actually think she is that quirky. I think
No.
she was nervous in that moment.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And that it's an awkward... What they asked her to do was very awkward.
Yeah.
That was like... And she was the first
She
one
was
to
the
volunteer
first one.
to do it. Like,
Yeah.
somebody has to be first.
Yeah.
But you should probably, like, basically force them to, or, like, draw straws to say who has to break the ice here.
That's a
Right?
tough spot. And that probably would make your voice. I've noticed
would.
just as like when I'm on stage sometimes I'll go up and I'll be like, why am I going up an octave?
Yeah, we do that.
When you're nervous, you're like,
do that.
hey!
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh, why did you do that? You're hurting yourself.
Here's what I have to say about Riley specifically.
Yeah.
I'm trying to generalize what happened, and so everybody could get some value out
Yeah.
of like how to learn from this experience. But Riley herself is going to win the game of life.
Oh, absolutely.
She's going to find somebody wonderful, and she is going to have a beautiful,
Yes.
diversified life that
Yes.
is big and full of whimsy and celebration. And I'm not the least bit worried about Riley, but this show did her dirty.
It did.
Yeah.
And this
It did.
scenario did her dirty. But
Yeah.
she herself, tons of potential and
Oh,
value.
absolutely. Because it's also, you very much, like, as someone who does not consider herself very attractive and has not for her entire life, like, I don't have guys coming and wanting to date me and things like that. So when you see these other girls that, oh, all the guys want to date her, and it's like, you do want that, but in truth, you really just want your one
No,
person.
you just, yeah.
That's all you really
Everybody
want.
thinks they want that.
Yeah.
And the girls that have that, ask them if they like it.
Yeah.
Because they don't.
They don't. And it's true. Well, it's kind of like, well, so not that this is deep, but so one of the things I was talking with a friend of mine about, because a lot of the women that I know that, you know, were LDS, single, most of my friends have never been married, and we're all in our early 40s, late 30s, things like that. But let me tell you, these girls never get asked out on dates, ever. Are they ugly? No. Are they dumb? No. Are they uninteresting? No. They're some of the coolest people I've ever met. But it's like, when you get into these single situations and you only have given yourself this group of people to choose from, and I get it, I'm not saying to lower your standards, I'm not saying anything like that.
No.
But when you're in a situation that you're only surrounded by this number of people, and unfortunately in singles wards and stuff, maybe 10% of the girls get asked out. Maybe. And I
Right.
actually would argue that it's lower than that now, because now nobody dates in your ward. Like, you won't date people that are in your same ward. So like when you're going for decades with no one asking you out, it
you make
messes.
certain conclusions.
Yes,
Yeah.
it messes with your head. But then, and again,
And by the way, this is who I'm working with.
Yes.
These people are my clients.
Yep.
And I got 13 of these people engaged this year.
Up to
Dude.
13
That's
now?
where I'm at, 13.
That's fabulous.
I know, isn't it? So there are some things that we can do to
Yeah.
shift this, but if you keep doing the same thing and hope
Yeah.
that at some point you're going to be part of that 10% that get
Yeah.
approached, then you're going to wait a long time.
Yeah.
But there are some other methods and things that you can do to empower and create better, more opportunities.
Yeah.
And also, I would say these same women that are not being asked out are the women who are having the best, most fulfilling, beautiful lives.
Oh, yeah.
When it finally is
Absolutely.
More than once a month. Oh, and we're not even done with the year. That's really cool.
I know, isn't that great?
That means we
13.
can
That you're
expect
engaged,
at
yeah.
least 4 more.
Last year I had 16.
That's
Dang.
so great.
Okay.
That's why I'm hoping to get to 16 again. I kind of thought that must be an anomaly. How did I have
Yeah.
16 in 1 year? But I'm not 13. It's only October.
Yeah, you need to get to 17.
I'm
just for
hoping.
fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
But I really want to like stress to women out there, you're not alone in this feeling.
No.
You are not alone in this feeling. All of us have been there. And I don't think people understand, like people are like, you date a lot. And I'm like, yeah, but I also go outside of this bubble.
You're taking chances,
I
too.
take chances and I do it for the plot. Like,
Right.
yeah, do you guys really want to go on dates with some of the guys that I've been out with? Like, you know, I could have probably gotten married, and I'm so thankful I didn't because I've dated some losers in the past. But it was because I got so tired of being alone, and I got so tired of never being asked out that yes, I had to put myself in different circles to get dates, but it was what I needed and need mentally. But it also was teaching me so much about myself. I am not saying that that's going to work for everyone. In fact, I don't encourage it for everyone.
Right.
Very
It's
much
an
so.
advanced skill.
It is an advanced skill but I'm like, I look at these women that are amazing, but they would do anything. Like, because there's also the big movement online right now of women don't want to get married. They don't, like, there are a lot, and I know a lot that do not want to get married. They do not want to have families. They do not want any of these things. And so, again, men look at this group of women and assume that most women or all women are like this, where it's like, I have hundreds of women who would give anything to be married and to be able to have kids. So it's like, there are wonderful people out there.
Well, and that's what I would say. And what you just said, there are wonderful people out there.
Yeah.
Right? We can't look at the mass. We must look at the individual.
Yes.
That person sitting over there from where you are, right? Or this particular profile that you're seeing online that seems decent.
Yeah.
We have to make inquiries and create opportunities to connect individually.
Yes.
Because that's how a marriage relationship is. It's two individuals.
Yeah.
Right? And they are determining the map of their world, and they are determining the journey that they're going to take together, regardless of some of these other influences or what, Reddit thinks about this topic in general. But what we are doing is very specific and tailored to what we want and what our, potential partner is up to.
Yeah. I agree. So I guess that's kind of what I wanted to talk about this one is there are great men and women out there. Do not let yourself get sidetracked by all the voices online.
Don't get sucked into that.
Do not get sucked into that. There are so many wonderful men and women. And like, talk to your friends. Go network at certain things. Like, we're here at the Edison house, and I kept having the thought that I'm like, I bet there are so many single men here that would be interesting, run their own businesses, put together, that I'm like, I want to get to know people here. Like, there are great, especially men. I really want to focus on men. There are wonderful men out there.
So
wonderful.
You're in a place you've never been before, seeing a circle of people you've never saw before.
Yep.
And it's refreshing, isn't it? This is one of many places where you could go, right? There's an MMA class that you could take. And they're not just all meatheads here. This is just people who are curious to learn something new. There are computer networking classes that you could take. There are dog park meetups. There are hiking groups. There are indoor golf leagues. There's bowling leagues. There's all kinds of people and places that you're not going, that you could find a different tribe.
It's
and
true.
You could have different experiences. And, the work that I do prepares people to be successful when they take some of these strategic detours to get outside the places where they know their person is not.
Yeah.
Right? We've proven that time and again. So what else are we going to do?
So like, if you're at a point where you really want to like dive in, contact Kristin. She's happy to work with you. If you are not ready for that, send me a message and I am happy to be like, cool. Like I sit down with my friends and make them swipe on people on like online, because my one friend, I told you, she was like, I don't know. I don't like anybody. And so we sit down and look, and every guy that came up, I'm like, this guy's great. This guy's great. But she was overthinking everything in her head. And I'm like, and it's like,
So
well, what if I
common.
don't like him on a date? You haven't even matched with him yet.
Then you end the date.
Stop over. Like, we
Yeah.
are not going to jump this many steps. So
You know who else makes a really good little dating coach?
who?
Do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
ChatGPT.
Oh, it does. It does.
It can offer you some insight and whatever it takes to get you out of your head.
Yeah.
Even if it's wrong.
Yeah.
Just like say, give me another perspective because this is how I'm seeing the situation. And I don't know if I'm right. So what are some other perspectives I should be considering?
Absolutely.
ChatGPT can help you get out of your own head.
It's great. And talk to your friends. Like, remind yourself, but just keep in mind, I think that's the point that I'm just going to keep driving home. There are wonderful men out there. Wonderful. And a lot more than you think there are. A lot more. So please get out there, get dating, or at least, just at the very least, get out there and just start making friends and going to social events.
Great advice.
That's all I care about.
What would the comedian say?
I don't know. I've had this phrase that I heard the other day. I don't know if it's a joke. It's not a joke, but this guy goes, "You're being more particle and less wave," and it's so like sounds
Nerd.
like very nerdy.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What are you trying to say?" But he, like, if you're talking about the science of an atom or whatever,
Yeah.
and the protons, neutrons, electrons. The electrons, we talk about them as little particles in an individual dot, right? But the truth is they don't really live as a dot. They live as a wave and kind of...
Oh, that's interesting.
And he's like, I don't want you to be this point in time that is static. I want you to be waves.
Yes. That's
And I
such
think that
a good
kind of
metaphor.
is here where it's like, we
Love.
get so attracted to the dot of being like, stuff isn't working, life isn't good, men suck, women are gold diggers,
Yes.
or whatever stupid thing you believe. They are stupid things.
They are.
And it's like, let go of all of that and become more fluid, because life is not a particle, it is a wave. We are not existing as these dots
Yeah.
that are unchanging. There is a fluidity and flow that is so much beyond what we can see. Be more wave, less particle.
I love that. Good. That's perfect to end on.
Yeah. I
That was
think so,
amazing.
too.
You guys, I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. I'm in town for a while, so you're going to hear my voice so much more. Woo! So thank you all for listening, and let's do it again sometime.